You ready to help me teach today? So today's video is going to be a series that we're going to get into. It's a long-awaited series, meaning I've been wanting to do a video in a series about this particular topic, and this topic is basically how to become a confident rider and how to overcome your fear. We're going to talk about two specific areas. One is you, the confident rider or unconfident rider, and the second area is going to be our horses. How do we make sure that we're riding horses that make us feel confident? What does that mean? What does that look like? So this is just the way it is around here. And if you guys learn my Mastery membership training curriculum and program for you and your horses, this is what you get. Horses that wait for you. This is really important. I can't emphasize it enough in all my videos. This is one of the #1 areas that is going to help you become more confident. So I always like to show everything because it's so important to your relationship with your horse, how you show up, how the horse shows up. So I'm going to take just a couple of minutes to get us quiet, to ground us, take her energy down. I teach all of this in my courses because this is the mindset I want to ride. I don't want to ride a hyper horse. I'm not like a lot of other conventional and traditional trainers and instructors who tack your horse up, put the saddle on, put the big bit in their mouth, get on and ride it out of them or lunge it out of them. We develop their minds and work their minds. So everything I do, all of my training courses teach you how to teach your horse how to think, not to mention the amazing relationship that you create during this process and while you're working with your horse. There's one particular thing that nobody else has talked about, meaning I'm always, like everybody else, looking at my competitors, looking at what other trainers and instructors are doing and how they're doing it. And everybody wants to teach you certain techniques, or they want to talk about the psychology of fear, or they want to teach you specific techniques on how to relax yourself. And while all of that is part of the process, and it's all part of developing yourself as a confident rider, it's not the answer though. My last accident as an adult about 4 or 5 years ago was Zor. And I was definitely not prepared, nor was Zor. And what I mean by not being prepared is I was rushing things with Zor in our training. I wasn't putting Zor through the foundation training that I have done with so many of my other horses. Let's talk about the fear that we have within our minds. And to me, that is at least 75% of our continued problem. Second problem with the fear and accidents happen. You don't know any better. You're not educated. That to me is, for me, 75% of the women that find me that are older, it's because of the instructor setting them up for failure. And the other 25%, they just don't know any better. Often, we just don't trust ourselves anymore to make that judgment call, to make that healthy assessment or evaluation of wherever we need to be or where the horse needs to be. Educating you is #1. Sometimes I get the feedback either from my YouTube videos or very rarely, no, I actually can't say it's on my courses, maybe some of the free videos, but never the courses that people pay for. But on the free videos like YouTube or the free training courses that I promote, I'll get some people that'll say, "You talk too much, Caroline." That's part of your education though. I've got to start educating your mind, and I need to start educating your eyes. I bring this up because you guys find me and you all come to me because you've been destroyed. You've been told to get on these horses, just pull them around. Somebody's holding them while you mount and go about your lesson when you're petrified and the horse is tight. And they tell you, well, this is just the way horses act. This is just normal. It's not. It's called a learned behavior. Horses are not spooky. Instinctively, they are not spooky, and they're not spooky by nature. I don't care what Pat Pirelli says about that. They're not spookaholics. They're not born plop right on the ground in spooky. We create that spooky. So don't let anybody tell you that that's normal behavior and just go figure it out and go ride it. Tell them to go pound sand. So there's 3 specific qualities, and they all start with a C, as far as I'm concerned, to developing excellent leadership with our horses and in life. Because what you guys are being taught out there, you think that's the way horses are supposed to act. No, they're not. And are you doing a thorough and accurate scan of yourself? Which is going to now bring me to permission to getting on, which is one of my trademarks. Permission to get on is one of my trademarks. What does permission to get on mean? I'm going to lead her over, but the key is I'm not going to make her line up. So this is how I mount, and I don't do it any other way. Your perception, your mindset, educating you, giving you some things to think about, and we will be continuing this series. So thank you. May you always be one with your horse, and I look forward to your comments. And if you would like to learn all the steps, the ground, the liberty, the lunging, the groundwork, the way of being that I represent in all of my videos, the relationship, all the way through your training, your riding, from start to finishing your horse. If you'd like to learn that, take a look at my Mastery membership. Thank you. Again, I look forward to your comments, and may you always be one with your horse. Bye-bye.